Hi everyone. Now we are going to understand what React.js is. So currently we are in reactjs.org, okay? And what the basic information we get from here is React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. Okay, React is mainly a component-based library, as it has mentioned here, component-based. So when we say component-based, okay, it means that we should create smaller parts of the application in form of components, and we should be reusing those components throughout the application or other places in the application wherever we need to reuse them. So this helps us minimizing the lines of codes that we have to write. So the idea is write one-time code and reuse it in wherever it is needed. Okay, and on top of this thing, React also provides a very efficient technology where it helps to update those components whenever there are changes in the components, and it efficiently updates those changes in the browser. Okay, also another benefit of React.js is, so once we have learned React, so we can not only build UIs, we can also build mobile applications using React Native. Okay, so let's understand a bit more on the component based. So I have this diagram here, okay, or a sample UI. So we have a header. It has a text sample application, a small paragraph with a header. This is a shape we have, and this is a chart, a dummy chart we have. Similarly, we also have a dummy table here. Okay, so when we say component based, so ideally anything, okay, we add which can be grouped together, okay, can be created as a component. For example, this shape object. So this shape or this should be written as a component, okay, and if any other places in the application we need to place, or we need to add the shape again, so the same component we can reuse in that place as well. Okay, we don't have to duplicate the code in that case. Okay, similar thing goes for this table as well. So we have a table which probably has three headers and then dummy data we have. So this is a sample table we have. So again, in future, there is another need for displaying table which probably has the same look and feel. We can reuse the same component with the different set of data, and that will do the same thing, or that will render the same way we have rendered here. Similar thing goes for this chart as well. So if let's assume if we have another application, okay, and where we need to draw these things again. Okay, so we don't have to do anything. So we just, the same copy we would have to copy paste, or probably add the same piece of code or pass the arguments, and that will probably do the same thing for us. Okay, so that's it. So this is how we should use React. Now there's much more to it, okay, and that we would come to know when we will proceed on the consecutive sections, or the next sections we should cover. So that would give you a better idea how we can actually achieve these things. Okay, so the same piece of code we can use in different places with different arguments, or maybe if needed, the same argument we can probably use. Okay, that's the idea. So this is the approach React highly recommends to build a user interface. Okay, this helps us reduce the code, and also React gives us efficient technology to render these components effectively. Okay, so another crucial point in React is the virtual DOM. Okay, so what exactly is a virtual DOM? Okay, this is the key technology that React uses to render the UI components in the browser. Okay, virtual DOM is another set of DOM that sits between the React library and the main browser. Okay, so main browser, we will see the UI components that we have rendered or added. Okay, but virtual DOM will contain all the information that we had provided in React components. Okay. So to understand it better, so when we are writing a React component, okay, virtual DOM will have the entire details available. So whatever code we have written, okay, then virtual DOM will create and update a browser DOM in the main browser. Okay, it's not that whatever code we are writing that is instantly being displayed in the main browser. So first, virtual DOM will read the data, okay, process it, and then it will pass the data to the main browser. Okay, so now the question comes, that is pretty much the same we are doing in regular or vanilla JavaScript or HTML and CSS. Why do we need virtual DOM in that case? Now, the key factor of virtual DOM is in updates. Okay, React is not a very competitive performing library in terms of creating or rendering the UI for the first time, but when it comes to the update, that's where React shines. Okay, so the idea to give is, so if, for example, if one particular section or maybe smaller part of the section has received any change, for example, we have a table, and in that table only one new row has been added. Okay, so React will detect, not React, virtual DOM. Virtual DOM will detect that small piece of change, okay, and then it will update that only portion in the main browser. It will not, re-render the whole page. Okay, that's where the efficiency comes with the virtual DOM, and that helps React gives a magnificent performance improvement. Okay, and this virtual DOM, okay, is mainly dependent on the components we have written and how we have used the state. Okay, throughout the session we would also learn what exactly state is. Okay, so state is, at this point of time I can only give you a hint, a high level hint rather, that state is more kind of a storage, but that's a very high level kind of a terminology I'm using here. But state has much more functionality than just storing data. Okay, so this is what pretty much we have. This is the main factors that give React the best benefits. Okay, let's start building React components.